Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the House of Representatives. This is your state representative, Condotta, and we are winding down the session. And yes, this is not quite the House of Representatives. We are out on the floor actually voting on bills as we speak. I took a moment out to get caught up with you. I think it's important that you know what's going on in Olympia. We've only got about 7 or 8 days left at the time of this taping, and the fact is the budgets are getting very close in terms of numbers. The House has introduced their budget. It's been passed off the House floor, and the Senate is now going to introduce their budget. Those two will be reconciled over the next few days and weeks, hopefully less than a week and a half, and we should have the final budget. Now, the problem being there is one hang-up. Because of the changes, the major changes in this budget, there has to be a lot of legislation passed, a lot of laws have to be changed in order to enact this. In other words, initiatives have to be put on hold, like Initiative 728 on classroom size, Initiative 732 on COLAs for teachers. These all have to be voted on because every year we have to suspend those initiatives if we aren't going to provide the funding under law for those initiatives. Initiative 1029, this is the home care training bill. A lot of money there, and that has to be passed. Pensions, which I can tell you we don't agree with stopping pensions for retirees. Many of us will vote against that bill, but the fact is it will come to the floor. So many of these very difficult bills have to come to the floor. Those all have to be taken care of and voted in before the budget can come together. That's our concern in terms of the timing here and trying to get out on time. With only 8 days to go, that's a lot of work. 40 to 50 bills need to be passed to implement this budget, either budget, the Senate or the House. And of course, there could be disagreement between those two. So it's yet to be seen whether we'll have a final budget. It looks like we'll be somewhere between $32.5 and $33.5 billion. That will be one of the largest, if we make it, if the revenue comes in and we complete that budget without adjustments, it'll be the largest budget we've ever written here in Washington State. So it isn't, again, exactly the Titanic, but it is going to have some implications on a lot of folks because we've grown business, grown government, I should say, too fast, and we now have to rein it in and get control of our spending. Last but not least, one of the most important business bills, the worker compensation bill. For years, we've tried to reform the worker compensation system to make it more like other states and to make it more competitive and actually to put people back to work. This is a win-win situation for workers, for business, for the entire state. We have the bill to do that. It's passed out of the Senate, signed by 3 sides, and the governor said she'd sign it. And guess what? The Speaker of the House doesn't like it because labor doesn't like it. Well, I'm sorry, but it's good for labor. It actually gives some options to folks if they're injured. Options they need to have and they can have in 44 other states. But oh no, they can't have it here in Washington. That's a shame. So the fact of the matter is we will continue to work that bill. We will try to get it done. It's that or nothing. And with nothing, the cost of worker compensation will continue to increase, payroll taxes will increase, and we will have less employment in the state of Washington. Boeing also tells us that bill needs to be passed in order to build the next airplane here. It's that important. So we'll keep working on it, and we'll keep an eye on that budget, and hopefully we'll get out of here sometime in the next week or two. We'll check in next week. This is Condotta from the 12th District.